Hello and welcome. This video is a step-by-step instructional guide to the fourth exercise in RTsim.Career called Reboiler. Let's get started. Click on the training mode and choose the normal startup of the Reboiler. To begin with, I want to give you a little piece of theory. A reboiler is a heat exchanger whose primary function is to heat the feed entering the shell side of the exchanger using a heating medium flowing through the tube side. Reboiler is needed for heating the column bottoms and maintaining the temperature profile of the entire distillation column, allowing the hotter stream to transfer heat to the colder stream. A reboiler is a vessel installed close to the distillation column. Liquid from the column bottom enters the reboiler, while the heating medium flows through the tubes. Under normal operating conditions, the tubes carrying the heating medium must be fully submerged in the column bottom liquid. As a result, the column liquid is heated and the heating medium is cooled. Alright, dear friends, let's conduct the normal startup of our reboiler. Let's click on the Start button and Technological Flowsheet. Now we see all the parameters. Let's conduct our first steps. We need to open manual valves. Open the manual valves the Z number 17, Z number 18, Z number 19, Z number 15, 21, and 20. Our next step is opening the shadow valve UV number 4. Let's do it. Now we need to open the regulating valve FIRC number 1. Hope you remember all the previous sessions where I have already mentioned to you that we need to open it smoothly between 5 and 15%. So let's choose 15. Then we need enable automatic mode to it and set the set point between 25 thousandths and 50 thousandths. Let's make it 50 thousandths. Let's go back to the workstation field. Dear friends, you can see here two ESD triggers, two ESD devices. So now we need to wait for the LIRCA number 1, which is also has alarm thresholds. We need to wait this device to exceed the alarm thresholds. And of course, I have questions for you. I have told you a few minutes ago that the tubes carrying the heating medium must be fully submerged in the column bottom liquid. So why do you think these tubes must be submerged? Pause the video and think about your answer. So the correct answer to this question is that if the liquid level in the column bottom falls below the heating tubes, the reboiler may be damaged. The tubes carrying the heating medium can overheat and deform, potentially leading to leakage of the heating medium into the reboiler shell, causing mixing of the two streams. that means cold and hot stream. Dear friends, I hope you remember our previous session where we explored heat exchanger. And so reboiler is the type of the heat exchanger. And I hope you remember that we should always start up our reboiler as any heat exchanger only from the cold circuit. And my second question for you, where do you think a reboiler is used in everyday life? Pause the video and make your own hypothesis. So the right answer to my question is that the reboiler used as a heat exchanger installed on a sauna or bath stove. It is used as a water heater at home. So this is where we used the reboiler in the real life. You can see that our Lirka number 1 is close to exit the alarm thresholds. There are some minutes, we need to wait just some minutes to it. And also at this unit, we have 2 ESD triggers. And dear friends, if you remember our second question, our second session, you have the answer to my next question. Why there are 2 ESD triggers here at our reboiler? You can see that they show us the same parameters. Why do we need 2 of them? Why isn't enough for us to have 1 instead of 2? Pause the video and make your answer. The right answer to this question is that according to technological instructions, we need to have 2 ESD triggers at such units like reboiler or reflux tank. Because if one of them works improperly, the second will show us the right parameters. And now you can see that Lirka number 1 is very close to exceed the alarm thresholds. And yes, now we can do our next step. And it's connected with this device, Lirka number 1. Let's open it between 5 and 15%. Then enable automatic mode to it and set our set point between 40 and 60%. Let's make it 40. Our next step is opening the shut-off valve UV number 1. It's here. Let's do it. Our next step is open the regulating valve Tirka number 2. Let's do it. This device is here. Open it smoothly between 5 and 15% as always, and then enable automatic mode to it. And set the set point between 290 and 30 degrees Celsius. Let's make it 290. Let's go back to the workstation field. Now we need to wait just some seconds for the Tirka number 2 device to exit the alarm thresholds. And after that, we can finish this exercise. We don't need to make some more steps. We have successfully conducted all the steps connected to the normal startup of our reboiler. And now you can successfully conduct the normal startup of our reboiler. You know all the steps, you know in after which step you need to wait, you know what is reboiler, why is it needed, how is it designed. So that's why I hope this session was very useful for you, dear friends, and you get some new knowledges, you get some new skills in our program RTsim.Career. Alright, so there are just few seconds, and yes, now you see that Tirka number 2 exceeded the alarm thresholds, and we can finish this exercise. Thank you for your time, and goodbye.